So I'm getting ready to go back to Lithuania for the first time since quitting my job as the Lithuania desk officer. And it's been almost 1 year exactly, actually, since I left that job. It's going to be super bittersweet to go back to Lithuania, one of my favorite places that, you know, now that I'm no longer in that important role. So anyway, come along with me as I go back for the first time. So I'm here back in Vilnius, in the country and the city that was my old portfolio, and I just actually met with an old colleague, and it's so weird to be here and know all the people, know the portfolio, know all the issues, know way more than most Americans do about Lithuania, but not be working on the issues anymore. But it's still nice to be here. Actually, it's more relaxing to be here in Vilnius and not have to be working. So that's a benefit in Vilnius in the summer. I mean, does anything beat it? I know that all of the local people go, just like leave the country or leave the city for sure to go to the countryside. But I just love Vilnius in the summer. It's been a few days that I've been here on this trip, and I've been staying with a family, actually the family of a friend of mine, and I've learned so many little details. Not all of them are so little, but so many details about the way that Vilnius has changed since this most recent independence. To include, I learned that the presidential palace was basically a state of ruin when Lithuania regained independence, this most recent time from the Soviet Union, because it had been built under Tsarist Russian rule, actually, and then it had fallen into disrepair for all that time. And of course, ever since I've been coming, the presidential palace has been an established place where the president of Lithuania lived. And so 10 years is not that long since I've been coming, but it just reminds me that all these things that I've taken for granted as part of the Lithuanian landscape, a lot of them are relatively new in their current state and required a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of, I'm sure, funding that they had to find to rebuild Lithuania to what it is now, and how resilient, and I mean, doing that from almost nothing. Right? I mean, there weren't stores that you'd go to. This family said that her daughter, who was very young when they came to Lithuania right after independence, she had trouble finding children's clothes in Lithuania because there weren't places you could buy things hardly. And so yeah, so much has changed just in my lifetime here. That it blows me away. So I just found out that tomorrow, or the next day, so tomorrow we're going to do Joninės, or St. John's Day, in Druskininkai, more in the countryside. Of Lithuania, and then the next day we're going to a Soviet sanatorium. But I've also been reflecting on being back in Lithuania after being away for a little while, and just the way that I've been treated by people is so incredibly positive. I'm staying with the parents of my friend who I had never met before, and they've just welcomed me with open arms, and been upset if I did not let them feed me more than they were already feeding me. And you know, same with my former colleagues who I felt you know, like maybe they thought I abandoned them, but they have just been so kind and so considerate, and friends of friends even here, right? They find out that I'm coming back in about a month to Lithuania, and they say, oh, well, we'll have to meet up. You know, they don't know me, they've just met me, but they want me to feel welcomed, and they want to, you know, they're happy to make time to meet me just because I'm a friend of a friend. And so I thought it would be hard to be here, that it'd be bittersweet, but it's just honestly been sweet part of it, you know, not bitter at all. Feel, as usual, so at home, so welcome here, even though I don't know the language fluently. I've never lived here, I don't have citizenship, you know. It's weird that a place like that can feel like home when it's in no way actually my home, but it's becoming a second home to me nonetheless. So I'm still in Lietuva. I'm actually in Druskininkai, and we just did a Jonines celebration the other night. I got more involved in the Jonines than I expected to. I ended up having to participate a little bit. But I've just been thinking about my time here, and it's been so great, like fun, but also super, super meaningful, you know? So many things. I wish I had kept up with my Lithuanian, you know? I could have been studying it all these past 5 years or so, and I could have been at a good level. But, you know, I can still work on improving it and getting to a better level. And the other thing is that I just feel like I need to figure out a way to spend more time here, you know? Now that I'm based in the Barcelona area, I can come visit, but I'm also thinking, you know, is there a way I can get a visa here for Lithuania? And it does seem actually that it's not as hard to get a work visa as I thought. So, of course, you know, I would have to get a work contract, which would be hard in itself, but it's not like other countries where it's very complicated, very expensive necessarily to get a work visa. So yeah, if you know anyone who's hiring Americans, Lietuvoje, let me know. My Lithuanian level is labai truputį, bet man reikia praktikuoti. So yeah, it's been a magical time. I don't know if you can see, but I'm walking by the Nemunas right now. Ugh, like just unreal. There's something different about nature in Lithuania, and you have it everywhere, right? Even in Vilnius, it's not far away. And so I can totally see how Lithuanians who moved abroad are coming back, right? If you lived in Berlin or London or Paris for years and you worked there, and then you maybe have some more flexibility, or your job is remote, you'd get to come back and live in Lithuania.